And we still have 8 athletes to go. The first 2 will both be from the United States, looking to challenge that time of 1:37.52. But look at the margin between first and second. Cowperwood really producing a storming run, showing that it is possible. But she did go 3 minutes after they salted the course. Now, I'm not sure whether the salt takes effect that quickly, but the course did look firmer. They'd scraped it clear of all the soft snow. They've done the same again in this little break, just to try and make it fair for the last runners. Warm temperatures making it very difficult. We just about got snow at the top of the hill, but down the bottom of the course, it's nothing other than rain. Now, will Lapagna of USA do what Cowperwood did and take advantage of the freshly scraped race course? Here she goes, 19-year-old from Lake Tahoe. Didn't complete yesterday, like so many others, and we had quite a few casualties in the first run. Not in terms of injury, but in terms of failing to complete the course. So far, so good. 0.73 is a huge margin in alpine skiing terms. But as we've seen at the top at Junior World Championship level, margins of 1.5 seconds aren't unusual. And I guess in Olympic terms, if you think of Ted Ligety, how he can destroy the field in a giant slalom when he's on form. 1:37.52, looks as though it could have gone. No, it's very, very tight, but 0.32 outside. Good effort from Lapagna of America, and now it's Molzan, her teammate, who will try to do the same. The margin, 1.52 seconds. It's a huge lead, a gate and a half to play with for Molzan of USA. Shouldn't lose any time at the top of the course, simply because of the slightly colder conditions through the first flat phase. Now it starts to steepen. Stays well on top of the gates. Oh, she's getting later and later. Still stays on, but absolutely crucial time being thrown away there. 1.52. It'd be sensational if she manages to pull this one off and take the lead away from Cowperwood, but it's still not tidy. Molzan, 1:32, 1:33, 1:37.52 to beat. Has she done it? Oh, whoa. Incredible stuff. 0.35. She could have been over 1.5 seconds clear had she taken away the mistakes. Let's have a look at them. There's the first of them, gets very late, whacks the skis round right on her heels, and somehow managed to stay on course. Well, that is what you call a fantastic recovery. So the Americans have the lead. Germany now with Marina Wallner. Wallner, 6th in the first run. Didn't race yesterday. She was on the start sheet, but decided not to race. Wasn't feeling 100%. And the fact that she saved herself has proved to be worthwhile, because she's produced a very good first run. Slightly scrappy at the top. Now she's, for me, she's still inside Cowperwood's time, but whether she can match Molzan of USA, we'll have to wait and see. Only 100th of a second between them at the top of the run. Molzan made all sorts of mistakes down the bottom of the course, so this is an opportunity for the German to go clear at the front if she can just stay clean. 1:37.17. No. Wow, well, look at that, 0.49. I thought she could be a little bit further clear than that, because Molzan threw away 1.5 seconds on the last few gates, so there are still opportunities for taking the win here. 5 to go. Maren Wiesler of Germany is the next from Münstertal. Finished 23rd in the World Cup event in Levy. That was a slalom event. Up against the very best in the world. The Olympic champion, of course, in the women's slalom is the sensational teenager from USA, who could be here, Mikaela Shiffrin. Let's have a look at this mistake from Wiesler. Yeah, just thrown airborne from a little bump that she didn't read. Only managed to get the inside ski down, but not strong enough to hold it. Paulina Grassl now for Sweden, 19-year-old from Sunne. 0.29, her advantage over the current leader. And Wallner of Germany in gold medal position at the moment. Only 4 to go, so she'll be starting to think in terms of medals. And with another one skiing out, only 3 to go. So if anyone else fails to finish, we are going to see Marina Wallner on the podium for Germany. And who knows, maybe she'll even take the gold medal. Now, Grassl going out at just about the same point as Wiesler. This is Petra Vlhova for Slovakia. There'll be big cheers on the side of the course for Vlhova. She just needs to stay totally focused. Make sure of those first few gates. Hasn't really let it rip yet. 0.52, the margin that she had at the start of this run. Wiesler, remember, just like Molsana USA, making mistakes on the very bottom of the course. Well, the margins are fairly tight. This is a slightly more conservative run than we saw from Vlhova in the first run. Coming towards the finish now, 1:26 on the clock. Last steep pitch for the Slovak to contend with. Down to the finish, 1:36.68. She looks good, she is good. And comfortably inside, 0.59. And Vlhova makes sure of the medal. Will it be bronze, silver or gold? 2 to go. 2 women who will decide exactly where Slovakia stand on the podium. Well, what a win. So much harder. Many people think there's home advantage. Of course you know the piste better than most. But you do have that added pressure. And at this level of sport, so much of it is about the psychology. Well done to her. She's stayed focused. She's got the fastest time. 1:36.09 now is the target time. And the margin between Vlhova and Seffenberg, who starts for Sweden, only 0.08 of a second. Nothing in it. Now, Vlhova really just made sure. It wasn't the most aggressive run we've ever seen from her. What will Seffenberg do? Went third in the first run. Comes from Umeå, which is up on the Swedish border with Finland. Lots of steep little hills up there, ideal for slalom training, not so good for the speed of fence. Does a good recovery, but fractions of a second thrown away, and she only has 0.08 to play with. It's going to be very tight, looking good for Seffenberg at the moment. Surely a finish will mean medals, but what colour? 1:36.26. She's 0.17 outside, guaranteed the bronze medal. And if Fjällström makes some mistakes, it could be the silver. Well, she's frustrated by that. Frustrated, but she did make one mistake midway. Now, Magdalena Fjällström of Sweden. Started early on the first run. Started number 2. She is the defending champion. Molsana, 12 months ago, she took the junior world title. Will she do the same in Jasna in 2014? She's on her way. 0.79 is the margin. It was a brilliant first run. She's capable of going straight where the others are all going round in circles, but there's a massive mistake. Oh, and a straddle. She's out. Fjällström, the leader from the first run.
She could have won that race.
With Petra Vlhova. Well, what fantastic scenes down the bottom of the course. They never ever delight in someone else's misfortune, but they will celebrate this gold medal like no other. Well, what a brilliant result for the host nation, and the Swedish coach straight in there to congratulate them. There is your race winner, Petra Vlhova. She was 0.22 off a medal last year. Well, this time she's going to walk away with a gold medal.